us and send you the content from that IP address.
Some,
Like somewhere, like in Frankfurt or something, we'll just like grab onto their server.
so Muoio can get off all those weird lists.
I'm going to stay on the list, but yeah.
That's how I get in places.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Goodfellows Podcast, Episode 6. We made it. We're still fucking going, guys.
Alive and breathing.
They can't take us off the radio.
They try, but they can't.
I don't know if we're on the radio, but they're not taking us off it.
I'm Craig.
This is Evan.
My name's Nick.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate everybody who's tuned in so far. Thanks for watching all of the other episodes. Be sure to call in. Leave a message at goodfellowspod@gmail.com. We're always taking messages. We're going to put them up on the screen. We're going to talk about them if we get any in. And I also wanted to mention, hey, my mom started watching Goodfellows, so thanks for tuning in, Mom. I don't know if she's going to watch anymore because she said she's learning too much.
She had enough.
And so I think actually she only watched like one of them, and we're not getting any more views from her.
5 minutes in, she cut the cord.
Yeah, she was like, I'm learning too much, so now I don't think I'm watching it anymore.
You know,
But hey, thanks, Ma, for listening for that little bit.
Appreciate it. Subscribe if you're listening now.
Yeah,
Which
definitely.
I guess she's not.
Do your moms even know we have a podcast?
Yeah, I
No.
mentioned it. I think she watched it.
Huh?
I've told a couple stories about her already, so she hasn't mentioned anything, like getting any of those points, but
Because they got to go kind of deep too. Like, I mean, I'm sure the moms they're gonna listen to like 6 minutes and be like, all right,
This is too much.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I have not.
Like, is this a TV show or a movie?
I have not told anybody in my family. Needless to say, no.
I don't even know how my parents found out, honestly.
It was Travis. He's the weak link.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, hey, thanks for everybody who's watched. We really do appreciate that. I got a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite drink?
Non-alcoholic?
No, I'd say alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm through and through a whiskey guy, as you guys know that a little bit. I don't know if it's my favorite drink because that's like a little bit of an issue, but
It's a
non-alcoholic. I gotta go with orange juice. Yo.
Non-alcoholic isn't really the question, but that's cool. I'm glad that you answered it anyway.
Because non-alcoholic can sustain my life. Alcohol. I can't call it my favorite drink if it can't keep me alive.
Well, hold on there. There's actually a diet that involves malt beer with monks
serious?
where they survive strictly off of, like, this is the cornerstone of their diet.
For real?
Malt beer, yes.
Because it's like
What
a
else do
grain,
they
right?
eat?
Yeah,
It's
because
like-
there's
gives you,
enough
like,
calories
carbs,
where you can survive, you can sustain off it. And they've been brewing their own batch. Let's see if Travis can substantiate these claims. So he's Googling as we speak right now.
Malt.
See, that's incredible.
Let's
I feel
just
like I'm
look up-
living
Beer
this monk
monks.
lifestyle
Hold
a
on,
little bit.
we'll just look
Monk's
up
malt beer?
monk diet beer.
Monk beer diet.
However you want
That
to
sounds
phrase
like
I mean, keywords.
a
be
brand
keywords.
name monk beer with diet though.
Beer diet.
it. Bingo.
That's
German monks created for
German
46
monks, of course, they're
days
German monks.
There you
My
go.
people.
46
No
days.
food, only beer.
For
Bingo.
46 days.
Holy shit, and that's okay.
Well, I mean,
I'm in, dude.
You can-
They're
honestly.
passing down this story.
you can
so.
humans can survive without eating though for like 40 days. So
40 days?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 weeks. I thought
No.
water was like
Water's
4
like
to
4
7
days.
days.
I believe
And
it.
then food is like
2 to
14
3
days.
weeks. I think it kind of depends on your body mass index a little bit.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Like,
Environment.
I got some time to shut
I
it
can
down,
survive. That's what I'm planning for.
Build up the walls.
Well, dude, and also you can survive off the human body can survive off raw potatoes. Not cooked potatoes, but raw potatoes have enough nutrients to sustain your life like forever.
Okay. So cooking them cooks out a lot
Cooking
of the
them takes some
viable
of the-
nutrients.
That's
Yeah.
for all vegetables mostly. Most things you steam, you lose a lot of.
What
the
about
nutrition content.
blanching? Does
That's,
it
you got
does
passive
it take
ones.
off?
Different. I don't really know
That's
that.
like-
What is blanching? That's boiling. That's boiling and just dipping them into the water, right?
Isn't blanching when
Blanching?
you like,
Yeah.
is what you do to like noodles if you like cook them and then you
So
like ice
blanching
them
it?
down so they stop the cooking process in like ice water, I believe.
Let's take a look. I thought blanching you
I'm
had to do
looking
with
it
some
up.
vegetables, but could be 100%
to
wrong.
make white or pale by extracting color.
Okay. Through what process?
Is that really what cooking is?
Well,
You just boil water, remove for a brief time.
Oh yeah, you
Finally
plunge it into
plunge in
iced
ice
water,
water.
so it stops the cooking process. So you don't have like mushy vegetables.
It's
So
like
your
a
vegetables still
stasis.
Have like a crunch, but they're cooked.
Stasis for
Yeah.
green beans.
bingo. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Spinach.
Critical.
You can blanch noodles too.
Oh, okay.
Like if you're gonna like cook the
Yo,
noodles.
what the fuck's al dente, by the way?
It's crunchy.
That's
just
crunchy.
like-
It's a little undercooked.
A little undercooked.
little undercooked,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I always get that confused whether it's over or undercooked.
Mhm.
I just know it from the boxing movies where they're like, "Hey, his legs are al dente."
He's a little stiff.
legs? Oh.
I've also never
Yeah,
heard
they
that
say shit.
before.
No. They'll be like, "Hey, his fucking his legs are a little
This
al
has to be
dente."
a specific movie.
This
right?
isn't
This
from
couldn't be just,
Rocky.
like-
No, dude. Yeah, al dente.
You just said generally boxing.
What
movies, like,
boxing
they
movie
use
did you
a
watch
lot
where
of
they
them.
referred
Dude,
to
like
his
all of
legs
them,
as
bro.
al dente?
Al dente. Let's see. It'll be like
Yeah, this is a
Dante al dente Leon.
No, that was his.
Haymakers for oath.
That was his nickname. He was
Yeah,
an
why was it
Italian
his
bo-
nickname though?
because
dude?
he had a little crunch to him.
No, because his legs were fucking al dente, dude.
What the fuck does that mean?
Dude, it's
It sounds like a
stiff,
bad
bro.
thing, though.
No, not wobbly, bro. Not loose. Fucking al dente.
Oh, like you can't knock him down because he's.
I
like-
don't know that any athlete
Well,
wants to be called stiff in any situation.
You
well,
want to
in
if you're
boxing,
trying to
you
stand
have,
up. Dude,
it's
that's
like,
because you're
if
not al
If someone says you have
dente,
like
dude.
noodle legs, you know, I mean, he falls out. You punch him once in the jaw and he's falling on the ground. His legs
Yeah,
are
but
like
I feel
noodles.
like stiff is like similar to rigid, similar to, like you want to be loose.
You want to be loose.
You want to be loose. You want to be relaxed, but also intense. You don't want to be stiff.
No.
You don't want to be crunchy.
Well, is al dente stiff or is it just a little undercooked? 'Cause
Well,
that
think
would
about
be-
noodles.
It's a little undercooked.
Noodles, if undercooked,
Al
are a little
dente.
stiff.
It just has a bite to him. You
Yeah.
know?
Al dente.
Maybe
I
he's
typed
just-
in al
maybe he's just got a
dente.
bite.
I typed in al dente boxing and nothing popped up.
I
so-
am not
yeah.
shocked.
That
I
makes-
am
that checks
actually
out.
But you
not
can
shocked
see it
by
in the
that.
movie, right? Like, hey, he's up against the ropes. The other guy's legs are al
I think
dente.
you're just saying
I-
al dente in like a New York accent.
No, I
It's not
literally
like
said
a
at the
boxing
beginning
movie.
of this, I did not ever
The other
think
guy's
I could
flopping
do
around
that.
like a couple noodles of spaghetti. That guy's legs are al dente.
Yeah. Again, no. And
It sounds like
Well,
it's not. It sounds like it.
circle back to that.
Hey Mo, what's your favorite drink, bud?
Well, when I was a
What'd you say? You
kid,
said whiskey.
let me
right?
tell you this:
orange juice. Honestly,
Yeah, you're
orange
going
juice.
with the no. What's I'm talking about alcohol.
alcoholic.
Oh, whiskey for sure. My name's Evan William Justen. I've been asking Evan Williams Alcohol to give me a sponsorship for years.
That is true, by the way.
They
everybody.
just keep calling it alcoholism.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
And hey, we're looking for sponsors on this Goodfellows podcast. So Evan Williams.
Evan Williams, if you're out there.
Yeah, if
I've
anybody,
been
if there's
drinking
any
for a
AR
while.
guys for Evan Williams,
A viable sponsorship
We're
right
here.
there. He doesn't even have to change his name.
he
He
doesn't
can
even have to
literally
change his
be your mascot.
I don't even have to change my ways.
yeah,
Definitely don't change your ways.
definitely don't change.
You're like
They're looking for that.
you're like the Slurms McKenzie of.
Can I just stop partying? No can do.
I've been partying for
couple-
so long, girls. Go
Couple
on without
friends
me.
then.
Can we just have a small gathering? Hang
No
out?
way.
No way.
No can do,
okay.
Slurms.
Okay, so whiskey. You.
I don't like using the word trendy, but it's definitely a trend.
Appletini.
I like the.
We all know Muoio is a big Appletini guy.
Okay, no, this isn't JD from Scrubs. No, but I do like. I have been getting on the seltzer train, the alcohol seltzer
Oh, yeah, I've
train.
noticed
Like
that a lot. You don't
Are you
really do
truly
beer
or a
too.
Truly,
White Claw
White
guy?
Claw. I honestly, it doesn't. Truly, kind of upsets my stomach
Really?
to a degree. Yeah, like when I've tried White Claw, it's more like
Pleasing?
yeah, I can drink it. But like Truly, I'll get kind of weird.
Have you
I
tried
think it's
the,
the flavors.
Have you tried the press ones at all? I've tried those a couple times. They're pretty good.
No, I've seen them.
They're a little sugarier. Like I feel like they're stronger flavored.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
is not necessarily a good thing. But
the thing that attracts me to them is the lack of hangover the next day.
Beer water.
because you are drinking enough hydration.
Yeah, you're getting the mix. You're not drinking sugar.
See, I
all
personally
that
like that
helps.
about whiskey because I feel like I can very much balance the have a glass of whiskey on the rocks and then have a water, and you can kind of Well, I mean, it doesn't always go that way. Honestly, it doesn't. But I like to have that thought in the back
Very
of my
few
mind that
times does
it
it actually
could
go that way.
It is
But on
an
paper, it's like communism. On paper, it's fucking great.
Yeah, on
but,
paper, it's like I got
as
this.
soon as we put it into practice, that
In
shit goes
action, it's
downhill
like-
fucking fast.
it's an exact science. You're not a scientist.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're not to blame.
There is a plan.
For sure.
I just don't know what it is.
That's fine.
So we've got whiskey, we've got Truly. So pretty much
about
the
you?
two
What about
opposite
you?
sides of the thing. I was gonna go with honestly, my tastes have changed over the years. I used to hate vodka, don't mind it anymore. Straight up.
That's
fair.
my summertime drink. to be
I'd
honest.
probably go with like a vodka, like flavored, like a flavored water vodka. Is
No,
pretty tight.
100%. In the summer,
Yeah.
if you're out like on travels, you're at the beach, you're doing a festival, it's warm out,
Yeah.
you can't be slamming beer. You
No.
can't be even drinking regular liquor with like mixers. You need water.
You
That'll
need
get
the
you in
water
trouble.
infused. And dude, and I think I'm getting old or some shit, but whiskey gives me acid reflux now, dude.
I believe that.
It can happen,
I
yeah,
can
for
run
sure.
into that, for sure.
So the vodka, water, lemon, and lime combo,
We
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that all the time.
Savage.
When,
Yeah.
when we go to festivals,
it's the way to go.
That's the way to do
We
It's the
it.
just fill
only
up
drink.
a big ass jug. You start at like 50-50, slice up some limes in that bitch.
Get a
Yeah.
Tito's 175.
Hell yeah! I kind of like Reka. If you ever tried it, it's a nice Icelandic.
That is pretty
vodka,
good.
Hey,
but
by the
I do
way,
like that.
Tito's, we're not stuck on Evan Williams, by the way. I mean, we're not married to them or
Flexible,
anything. I'm
dude.
just saying, like,
we're
we
al
can,
dente on this
We're al
issue.
dente, all right?
I'm a little
I'm
firm, but
al dente.
I'll noodle.
But there's snap.
Yeah, no. So I guess the reason why I ask you guys this question is because I wanna know what the most embarrassing thing that you guys have ever done while drunk.
All right.
And this is a question that when I typed out, I didn't really think about myself, so I have to kind of think about that for a second. But
Okay. I'll go first.
yeah, shoot, Moo.
So
Is yours hitting that one dude's car backing out of the driveway?
no,
No.
no,
No.
no. I don't even know if alcohol played a part in
I
that.
don't think so. I think it was just panic and bad angles.
Yeah, it was just I expected it to be empty. It was not.
Was it when you had me run over your phone with my car?
We
No,
weren't
because
drunk
I
on
don't
that
think
either.
that was alcohol induced either. Thank you
I
for
just-
pointing
I
out
really-
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I knew.
I get
and
it.
I really just wanted you to say that. out
Any
loud.
other points you want to make before I start my story? Anything at all?
No.
Okay, I'll take it over from here. So probably the most embarrassing one I had. This goes back to high school. It was a high school house party. We had,
Oh
you
my
know,
God,
we
I
have
already
all of
know
our,
what you're gonna say.
we have all of our friends over. I had bought maybe a liter, maybe a 175 of Jack Daniels, and that's what I was drinking all night. And at one point, my girlfriend and I at the time, we go upstairs to this, our friend's house to do things. And I remember the room's all black. We have no lights on. And I'm laying on my back. And everything's great. Everything's amazing. I'm like, this is my life. This is sweet.
I'm a fucking
And then,
Everything I did
dude.
up until this point was amazing.
Yep.
Get me here.
And I'm like, you're living the dream, buddy.
Fucking al
And
dente, boy.
Then the absolute darkness takes hold, and I have no center point to focus on, and I just, I'm getting the spins. So,
Spinning, dude.
buck naked, I throw my girlfriend at the time off of me, and
You're
just
the
like,
throws of passion, and you just whip her off.
because I held out. I held out as long as I could. I'm like, obviously,
see if
I'm
it's gonna
feeling
pass,
this.
you know?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, focus on the lamp, and I'm like, the lamp's off. I can't see it.
There's 4 lamps.
So I throw her off. I kick open the door, and I walk like 3 steps. In those 3 steps, I'm passing the stairs to the downstairs where everyone's partying, and there's people at the base of the stairs. So they see me buck naked with a full erection, drunkenly walking. I hear heckles from below. I have to keep going because I'm about to throw up.
throwing up, dude.
The bathroom door is closed, so I just fucking boot in the bathroom door. And as soon as I kick it open, there's 2 girls. One's crying, the other one's holding each other by the toilet. And I immediately throw up all over the floor. It like cascading vomit to where it like rolled up on them like waves on a beach. And the girl went from crying to hysteric. And, her
Needless to say,
and
you
her
didn't help her situation.
and I'm
out.
like, get out of here, leave. And so they
banish these
They
poor girls
run.
from the bathroom with a tide of puke.
run out of there, and The following
You're like
events.
the anti-Moses,
The
casting the green sea.
Yeah, the party didn't end after that. So there was a lot of recourse that took place. I finally regained myself. I need some water naturally. Got to go downstairs for it. Everybody had a version of the story or experienced it them firsthand themselves. Yeah. So that was one of the last times I was with that girlfriend. I don't know if anybody guessed that at the beginning, but
That kind of seems like it checks.
kind of
out.
where we're at the end.
That's a good story. I've always cherished that one.
Thank you.
My most embarrassing time with alcohol is a little weird because like I don't like remember it. I had to like spend a whole day. So I was at a festival and I just wake up, I wake up, I don't know what's going on, I wake up and I'm in a nightgown, like not the clothes. I didn't bring a medical onesie to this festival. I woke
Like
up.
a medical nightgown.
Yeah. I wake up in the med tent and I turn and there's this old Southern man that's standing right next to me and I turn to him and I was just like, dude, where are my clothes? And he's just like, son, when we found you, you was naked as a jaybird. I'm like, okay, assess my life. Here we go. So these nice guys, I'm in the med tent. They didn't get an ambulance, thank God. Like, because I can't afford that shit. So, like, they just took me back to my campsite. I find Nick and his brother digging us a trench, like, in the pouring ass rain.
Fixture to this story is it's torrential down, like
Oh, yeah.
the heavens opened up kind of down, like people's shit is flowing away. And so we're on kind of like the base of a hill. So Luke and I are digging trenches to divert the water when Evan arrives.
So I pop into camp and I'm just like,
This is maybe like 5:30,
Wait, what are you
6
digging
in the
the
morning.
trenches with, though? Did
I
you bring
had
fucking
I had
shovels?
brought a like collapsible military shovel.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's bad.
And it came in handy immediately.
What did you bring it for? Like, I'm sure you weren't preparing for
Just you never
digging
know.
I had
trenches.
like a car safety thing. I drove there, and in one of my car like safety bags, there
You
was
had
the
one.
collapsible
That's fucking
shovel.
sick.
It broke after that.
so anyways, we are.
It's a one-time use.
Probably
We're
wasn't made for trenches.
We're
Yeah.
hanging out all night, and I just get to camp, and I'm just like, boys, it's absolutely fucked. I crack open another a bottle, and I go walking around with this guy named Hippie Tom. Hippie Tom is just
I was with you at this point.
Oh, yeah, you
I
did
thought
come
I
with me,
came with
Hippie
you.
Tom. We
Yeah.
were looking for
I
some
haven't.
mysterious party that was always over the next horizon with Hippie Tom. And I think that says how this man lived generally his whole life.
The
It's
next
just like the
day's
next
always
party was
greater than the
always
first.
just like, we just got to go around that one bend and we're getting to the next
Tales
party.
of an alcoholic, baby.
I mean, I love this man. We had a great
We
time.
just got to search
you
this
can love
dumpster for a
alcoholics, too.
needle.
So I
It's
end
all
up,
good.
I'm in this medical onesie, and I show up at this camp, and there everyone starts like, oh, hooting and hollering, like, I don't know, like, oh, what's going on? I'm just like, people are slapping me up. I'm like, what the hell happened here? And apparently, I had been at that camp the night before, losing all my clothes, and at that time, I ended up naked as a jaybird, laying down in a puddle that was by their camp, and I was taking a little bird bath, if you know what I mean. Just like
I don't think people know what you mean by that.
trying to find a little worm in the bird bath over there.
Still think that's a little too vague.
I was a little naked, and I might have been trying to get myself a little grounded.
Still kind of loose with.
I think I get the idea.
I don't think I gotta paint you a mosaic.
For the average viewer,
I was pretty naked, relieving myself of some stress that had built up over the night. But everyone was really, really cool with it. Apparently, it wasn't very aggressive, and
it was friendly. In fact, the
A
opposite.
little too friendly.
People had a lot
Louis
of
C.K.
favorable
friendly.
things to say about it following up.
it was incredible. I couldn't imagine. So, while it was very embarrassing to me, everyone was very nice to me. About it.
What friendly things to say, like about like him being a nice person, or about like?
Do you remember when we were on the beach and that guy like ran up to us and like he just slapped me up and he was like, "Dude, you were awesome last night." I was like, "Oh, thanks, dude." And he like
We
gave us
met
the hook. It
we
was
met
great.
security people. We met firsthand
Oh,
people
tons of people.
walking by. We met, everybody to a degree who was involved in this
Yeah.
over time.
Right.
And they all had the same thing. It
Because
was
you would
like
never forget.
it
that.
was like absolutely you were doing bonkers shit, but you weren't an issue. Like, it wasn't like
But it was pretty chill.
you try.
Like,
Most
I don't know
people.
how that is really chill. I don't know how I pulled
You're
that
doing
one off.
fucking bonkers ass shit. I've never seen anybody do it before, but I mean, you're a
with
pretty cool guy.
absolute zero aggression makes it. People are like,
People were just saying like morning to me. I'm
we
like,
make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all jerk off in puddles for hours by accident.
I think that's why they were so
sometimes.
cool with me and didn't call an ambulance, because I talked to the security later and they were like, dude, honestly,
That night they
everyone
were
thought that
kicking
you were-
people out. People were being kicked out that night, and he just happened
I
to.
was pretty chill.
You were on the good fence.
There's people on the wrong end who are super fucked up and super uncontainable. Like they're just unruly. You can't reason with them. Maybe even aggressive. Those are the people that are the issue.
Yeah.
I'm just a puddle of love.
Every
Yeah,
story,
yeah, like I mean, you didn't sound like you were in like.
it was just being wildly inappropriate.
wildly inappropriate.
Wildly.
Yes. While it is. Everyone's so cool though.
It sounds
They're
like
so chill, man.
And in fact, we met somebody, a year later? A year and a half later at the same campgrounds but a different festival that remembered this,
Yeah,
that
dude, I
actually saw
remember.
him.
that's
it was his first festival, because I've been going to this place for probably like 8 years, maybe even 10 now. And he was like, I was, this is actually funny, Evan Williams' company, you'll love this. I offered him some Evan Williams, and he's like, you're not the Evan Williams. And I was like, I think I might be, depending on the story. And
Who else could be?
he tells me the tale from his perspective. And he's like, yeah, dude, you were just like sitting in the puddle, and we saw you had a bottle of Evan Williams, so we just started calling you Evan, and you seemed really responsive to that. So like that just became what we called you.
And we're not, by the way, Evan Williams, we're not trying to steal your guys' thunder. Again, we are completely up for sponsorship.
I got Evan Williams.
Yeah,
Justen.
if anything, this
Get in
is
contact with
yeah,
him.
The man's got 3 first names.
it's pretty wild.
If anybody out there has, a brain, they'll see this as a marketing opportunity.
Hell yeah.
Um,
But yeah,
shit,
that's
dude.
definitely my most. I was embarrassed by it, but everyone was pretty cool about it at the end of the day.
It's funny, when I wrote that, I did remember about this, and I figured you would say something about that, but I also didn't think you would say it on the podcast. So I'm glad you did. Thank
I'm
you
Here we
for
are.
that.
I tell people.
So,
myself.
Craig, it's circling back
Yeah,
around.
I know. I wish
Your
I went
turn,
first.
buddy.
Like mine's nowhere near as good as any of your guys, to be completely honest with you. The craziest thing I can think, I mean, there's been a couple, but like one time, me and Evan were. It was New Year's Eve, and we were
Evan and I, but we'll continue.
Evan and I.
Listen, we may be a podcast, but we're not animals.
Dude, this is our podcast, and we can do whatever the fuck we want, dude. All right. Evan and I were. It was New Year's Eve, and we were out what we were calling at the time a term we deemed wassailing.
wassailing.
Yes.
It's kind of causing a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, causing just a minor amounts of chaos around the neighborhood.
Can I ask, is this actual Urban Dictionary or otherwise?
I don't
or-
know.
I don't know actually.
I
phrase?
think this is just something that we term. We could. I mean, we could
Well, there's
pop-
like
How
there's
do
like
you spell it?
Christmas carols.
W-A-U?
about going wassailing. I don't know, but like I don't know.
It
if
sounds like an animal. doesn't
E-L-I-N-G?
it? Wassail
How did you spell
is a beverage of hot
we
mulled
didn't write
cider.
it down ever.
Wassail. What does wassail mean? Salutation, wishing health to a person. So the opposite of that is what
Yeah,
we
we were going anti-wassailing.
So you used a tangible word
We weren't looking it up on Google. We
Misidentified
came up with it.
it.
We were wasted.
and we're like, I created this and it means anarchy.
We were doing
Basically, we were
random
bored at that New
things.
Year's party we were at.
We were
and,
very
like,
bored at a New Year's
you just
party. It
fuck
was a
up the
really
round.
boring fucking New Year's party.
Yeah.
So we just decided, and we didn't like the neighborhood either. So we just decided to go around that neighborhood and kind of just cause minor amounts of chaos.
0 sense of community, 100% sense of mischief.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we like peed in the bed of some dude's truck, so it would be an icy layer of piss,
Yes.
like when he got there.
which
Jesus
is
Christ.
kind of leads right to the story. No, so Evan pees, right? This is the
In a
story.
human's truck.
Yeah, this is the embarrassing
Okay.
story. I
Not
was gonna
in the
tell
truck,
about.
in the bed, you know.
Yeah, the
Not
bed of
in
the
the
truck.
where they sit,
Right,
but where
right.
like they put things.
Yeah. No, I got you.
I hate
So
trucks.
Evan
Still gross.
does his dance. I pop up. I do my dance. But while I'm up there, the lights turn on and the guy comes out of his house. Do you remember that?
I remember this.
And he starts yelling at me, and I'm fucking like, I'm like dick out peeing in his fucking peeing in his truck, and I just like I haven't run that fast in a while. We pieced the fuck out of there.
I'm sure it looked much sloppier
Yeah.
from than what I envisioned. Than from that guy's perspective,
And it was like,
"Oh."
and it was cold and like stormy out, and he probably didn't want to come chase me, but like,
oh yeah, it was too much trouble.
yeah,
for
but we
him.
definitely ran. I think we ruined somebody's fence that night. I don't know. We were a bunch of dicks when we were younger. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we were young.
It's embarrassing. I said I was embarrassed by it.
I guess you did preface it with that. That's
I'm
fair.
not proud of it.
Me neither.
Hey, Mom, if you're watching this, I made that whole thing up.
And I'm sorry I get him.
You actually wassailed this man. You
That-
did good deeds for
I did,
him,
yeah.
and
I mean, the
now
truck
you're
was
just
pretty
twisting.
shit. He looked like he needed a new one, honestly. Like that house and that truck, they just didn't match up. That's
Nice.
all
You
I'm
just
saying.
pushed that guy to make a $20,000
It
investment.
was also New Year's, so
Fun.
it could have been family. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
I bet when he invited his younger cousin over, he didn't expect to get his truck pissed in.
This is why I don't park in the driveway.
So, guys, a lot of things have happened in the past few weeks. One of the things is us as the American people, we have ran into a little bit of money. And something we at the Goodfellows podcast term Daddy Trump bucks.
Let me
Muoio-
jump in immediately. I do
Muoio
not
loves that
think
term.
anybody at this podcast termed
No-
that phrase.
Nope, you guys all did. You guys all love
we
that.
didn't coin it, but
A human did.
someone.
No, well, we didn't coin it, but
I kind of like Daddy Trump bucks though.
we didn't
Daddy
coin it, but
War
we
bucks.
say it. We say it all the time. That's what I meant to say.
It's
Yeah.
blood money.
And
Damn.
You like that? How does that make you feel?
I have a question. Are you guys doing
I'm sure
anything
it
with
makes
it?
a-
What are you gonna do with your money?
Doesn't change the way I spend it. What's that?
What are you gonna do with your money?
Well, I think we touched on this previously. I
Did
kind of did. Well,
A little bit.
we asked like what we were going to
That's not even
do
the question I
in
was gonna ask,
in
but-
anticipation of the money, and I kind of, did like a flyer loan on myself for the Switch.
Uh-huh.
But then secondarily, I could say this confidently. I'm using, aside from that,
Yeah.
using the money responsibly. I've put it towards car payments, insurance,
Giving back to the community.
hard drugs.
Hard drugs.
What's that?
What'd you say?
Responsibly.
Responsibly.
Yeah, it's basically like floating rent for a little while, I feel like, and that's most people's situation where I
Like
live.
for you in terms of what you're talking about.
Yeah, just kind of like putting that on the back burner and like trying not to touch it. Really.
Can I ask this?
'Cause the unemployment thing has been carrying me, so that 1,200 sum I've just been kind of
Yeah.
keeping in the books.
Can I ask you this? Are they? I haven't looked into this at all. I honestly have not been watching a lot of news whatsoever. Did they suspend mortgage payments on homes at all? Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
You also can't
we're still paying rent.
You
You
don't.
can't be evicted.
Yeah, you don't technically need to.
But
I mean, you can.
No, you
it's
don't
it's.
technically need to.
They say that essentially it's like negotiation with you and your landlord. It's like a privatized interaction.
Try to figure out some sort of payment plan.
they can't
but
force
they
you.
can't evict you.
Yeah, they
like the
can't get rid
police
of you.
will not remove you from your property.
Okay.
and they're not allowed to
So-
forcibly remove you.
and that doesn't breach contract, correct? That would be the same thing, right?
Don't think so. I was
How could you
watching a lot of
involve
this. I was
law
looking at a lot of
enforcement?
this today.
So it's not a breach of contract. They can't, with law, force you out of the home. Why the fuck? Okay. So I guess
Yeah, what are you
the
getting at
question
here?
is, do I have to pay back rent? Is that what?
Oh.
You still
Yes?
owe it. I think so. Yes, I believe so.
Why
I'm
would
not
How
100%
is
on
that?
then.
How the fuck is that a reasonable solution? So you're telling me people that already struggled to pay their bills on time
Yeah, I know.
are going to be now having to
Bogged down with
tack
thousands of dollars. now?
thousands
Yeah.
that they're going to have to pay on top of
what
regular
it seems
bills?
like
Dude, what
to me.
about
It
when your
just
like
does not
lease
make
is
it-
up at the end? Like, what if your lease is up and you just leave?
Like now you're at like
Then
a
what?
month.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you really want to be switching apartments right now? I don't really.
I am literally doing it this
Oh,
week.
yeah.
I mean, me and
It's
Kate
a
are going
little
to probably
different.
leave at the end of this year.
Yeah, I'm not like
We're gonna
moving
definitely
away.
get a different
year, but-
apartment. Yeah.
Well, my thing
Would you
was
wanna leave right now,
to
though?
what you
No, I don't
said.
think so.
The current apartment I'm at right now is month to month, and that's the question I posed to my roommates. Was like,
Should we even be fucking bothering right now?
why pay rent right now?
Yeah.
They can't kick us out.
a good point.
What is going to happen? I didn't know that you would be responsible for that debt, which seems
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
fucking absurd. If they don't have to pay mortgage, are they going to be responsible for that missed
I see what
mortgage
you're
payment?
saying.
Like,
Oh, right,
are
right,
these
right,
landlords gonna have to pay that
Like,
month?
do they need to
Otherwise,
repay- well,
you're
otherwise, why
telling
are we
me I'm
paying them?
paying them
I
profit.
think the
That's a really good point. I
not
haven't even
100%
thought
on
about
this. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure the payments get like deferred to the end of their loan, but I'm not 100 on that, so don't quote.
So if you have a 30-year
Dude, if that's the case, I'm
mortgage
definitely
and this
not
just
fucking paying my
happened,
rent.
you're telling
Fuck
me
that.
at year 29 they're gonna be like,
It's not.
let's circle back
So
to.
I'm saying it's not. Do you know what it is?
Ish though.
Can we get some knowledge?
If you own a home, you need to apply to say that you can't pay your mortgage, and then
What if?
Okay.
What if?
So you have to go through a process.
Yeah, but what if property is your income?
Like for a landlord?
Yes, because it's a lot of people's jobs.
for sure.
is, You know.
yeah.
Well, there were a lot
That's
of
what I'm
complaints
gonna-
that
that's
the
what I'm fucking planning
when
on
the
doing
first
with my
stimulus thing came out, there was a lot of heat coming out that it was just like a relief for landlords and not really for real people.
I mean, it
Not
seems
that
very
landlords aren't real
confusing.
people, but I mean, like they're
You're-
the next like tier. I
You're
guess.
telling me the stimulus
there's
package
tiers,
is
but there
designed
kinda is
for
tiers.
people who are just skating by on their bills, and clearly now
I'm low.
that bills are backing up, aren't going to be able to skate by anymore. So we're going to give them a stimulus package, but tied to that is you can defer your rent, which usually rent takes up for an average person a quarter of their monthly income.
Generally, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you're going to back up quarterly income and have to make payments on that for an indefinite amount of time? Like, we don't know how long this is going to last. Like,
there's no end
some
right
people
now.
are very unlucky and unfortunate and are making less on unemployment than they were otherwise. Some
Mm-hmm.
people, like friends we know, are making more money. Some people are able to work, but I mean,
Yeah, I think there's like a little bit of
where's the
gray area
cutoff
that's
here?
like-
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just all like quality of life shit.
I don't know. I think that's part
It's
of the problem
concerning.
is that we're all trying, like even the government is trying to like figure out a way to make this more like seamless. But it seems
But
like
the
there's
question
a lot
is,
of variables.
who
you
is
know?
profiting the most off
Like
of
we
this?
said,
And
there's too many people
it
in this
doesn't
country.
Oh,
seem
like the
like
highest tiers
the
of
poor
society have made like. There's a statistic that like billions of dollars have literally been made during this thing, like hundreds of billions of dollars, and it's just it's not going to the people that like
Need
need
it.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
And also in that last stimulus thing, apparently there was a bunch of relief for like companies and shit. Where I'm just like, dude, bro, you're a company. You didn't save enough money to like, chill.
That's the big problem. That's why they're doing the new stimulus thing, because the first wave stimulus essentially ended up just helping like $100 million companies.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then there's like struggling small businesses that are like, what the fuck, man? What about
Yeah.
me?"
So the best argument that I've heard to why like anti-give big businesses bailouts is because simply we live in capitalism. This is a capitalistic economy. So if you're a human who invests in high risk for high reward, but we take away the risk, what are we really doing? Now we're just catering the market to the 1%ers. There's high reward and now no risk.
It's like
so
it's
it's
communism
just
once you make it to a certain point.
once
And
you have the money, there's no loss.
it's like now we don't
it's
want you to
only
be able
gain.
to drop down.
It's only gain, and everything else you get bought out on. Everything else you get paid out on. Once you reach that echelon of wealth and investment, where it should be, and on paper it's the opposite. If
Well,
you're
that's what they
willing
also
to
preach,
invest
too.
hundreds of millions, you got to be willing to lose hundreds of millions, not be bought out because you're too big to fail. Is the last 2008 quote.
That's
is.
the always the kicker is that they're like, well, who's taking the risk in the investment? I'm the factory owner. I'm buying. all this
Apparently not
machinery."
the factory
Apparently
owner.
not them. Apparently, if you get sustained enough, and then it's like, yeah, well, then throw this actually back on the person who's the worker, which is the American taxpayer, which is then we're now getting fucked by you once and then bailing you out with our money again that we earned from working. for
And
you.
now we're getting letters from Trump that says,
Yeah, thanks. I spit on that
"Behold,
fucking letter.
Yeah,
$680.
Open that shit up and hawk the fucking loogie
Behold,
into it and throw it
peasant,
out.
here is
Fuck
your here."
The idea that
Here
it
is your
took us
payout.
longer to get our
must mean so much to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah.
jerking me off.
The
dude.
idea
Or
that-
come to my address and give me a fucking hand job if you want to jerk me off.
The idea
Don't waste
that-
more money sending me a fucking letter
Right.
for something that happened
or
a month ago.
fuck,
Like, dude,
dude,
what the
fuck
fuck?
even the more money, because obviously money isn't real. But the time, dude, like the fact that we didn't get our check because Trump had to make sure that like we got a fucking letter with his signature on it is absolutely asinine.
I
What
don't give a fuck either.
are you confirming that is like the stipulation on that, or was it the legislation behind it that kind of forced it down the pipeline?
What?
Oh no,
Well,
that's
you're-
not what like
you're-
truly sold. It's
yeah,
just
you're-
another point of bureaucracy that was wildly
That's
unnecessary.
what I thought too. Yeah, the
You might as
reason
well
it
have sent
took
me
so
a
long.
campaigning
Like
letter.
we
Oh, I
heard
mean, what I
about
said
this.
isn't the only reason why it
Yeah.
took so long. No. I'm just saying that. Like,
How is this not a government-funded campaign? Is this not like this is like, oh, don't forget who gave you that money, by the way, even though I've been fucking everything else up. Sign Donald Trump. Like,
Election time.
sounds like you just had a government facility pay for to get your name out, and I'm pretty sure that's not allowed in campaigning. So
It's not. But on a real note, make sure you guys go out there and get those disinfectants and those syringes because the only way to actually cure yourself from this disease is to inject yourself with disinfectant. So
it is
make sure you
incredible
go out
that
there.
we can have an actual fucking moron in. And the cop out that he was being sarcastic is like absolutely nonsense, dude. Like,
Yeah, that's
In
the
a
problem with
time
the
of-
country. There's a bunch of morons that they just believe everything they hear.
In a time of crisis, you're going to tell me giving information that's the point to be sarcastic?
Yeah, like come on, dude.
Yeah,
And also the main point is like there's been confirmed deaths of it, right?
yeah.
So it's like, okay, you were obviously sarcastic is his argument. So what about the people that just fucking died because of what you said? They knew you obviously weren't sarcastic.
Zero. I feel
not
like
enough.
now
Or not enough.
now
Like,
more
kinda
than
it's a
ever,
pretty shit job at it.
we're living in a time of almost zero accountability.
Yeah.
Where it's like since
crazy.
Trump has been elected, you're just watching. It's like watching your parents blatantly lie and do everything they taught you not to do
Yeah.
right in front of you. And then they're like, yeah, but be a good person.
They're
And it's like, oh,
be
I'll be
sure
a
to
good
not
person.
drink and drive.
I'll be your person. I'll be,
Be
you.
sure to not hit woman. Be sure to not.
I mean, generally,
Generally, what your parents tell you, not everything.
We laugh because Craig gets beat by his girlfriend, and it's very upsetting. Nobody knows what
I've
to
got hit
do.
by Craig's girl. Strong.
Kate,
strong.
God damn it, just talk. Use your words.
At least take off the ring so I don't have to look at it.
It hurts, man. She hates when I tap my foot, dude.
We all hate when you type it. Anyways,
But yeah, so I got a question for you guys. Let's get off of this topic real quick.
Sure,
Let's do a quick
pivot.
quick pivot. If you were gonna fake your own deaths, guys, how would you do it? Just wondering.
Skydiving accident. It'd be tough.
Yeah.
But I'd have to have a good cleanup crew.
Trying to think how you would get away with that.
Throw a body out right before me and just yours maybe. I don't know.
Huh?
Throw
okay.
you out the plane without the parachute.
So it's a
with having
murder. It's a murder.
Yeah, it's getting complicated,
What's faking your own death? That's a crime. What is that called?
Faking your own death?
Word.
Is that a crime?
Yeah, you can't fake your own death. You can't.
I don't think you're
Oh, it's
allowed
probably
to.
like identity something then.
Okay.
It's got to be something probably to do with identity.
Nice. You turned one crime into a 2 life sentence crime. That's good. No, I think the best way to go if you're gonna fake your death is you have to be part of.
Like, let's say you have to fake your death, right? Like, you're gonna, like, the mob's
I
after
thought
you.
we were already doing that,
Yeah,
but
okay.
yeah. So you have to associate with a mass disaster. Like, for example, and I'm going to lean on an actual true verified story with 9/11, right?
Oh.
So 9/11,
Wait, really?
what's the word I'm looking for? An unregistered and unverified amount of people died.
Right.
Right? You can base it on planes, but also with the buildings hit, you're kind of just guessing with missing persons, who was there, who worked there, that kind of deal, work schedule, right? A lot of people died in 9/11. So
You're
there
not
wa-
saying this actually happened. You're saying that would be the perfect
no, I'm saying this actually
Oh,
happened.
shit,
So
okay.
there was, after that, there was a widower who claimed that her husband was in the Twin Towers when this happened.
Oh.
It may have not unfolded exactly like that at the beginning, but maybe she was mistaken for a widower, or she was, and then she ran with it.
Oh, okay.
And she started like really embellishing this, that she lost her
Husband
husband
in
in the Twin Towers incident based on yada yada yada. And then it didn't it took a long, maybe years, to figure out that she had zero association with anybody that died in the whole event, but she claimed
For publicity, like
who knows why
yeah.
people do this? You know, attention.
yeah.
It's got to be something of just feeling insignificant and then getting recognition. But that's what she did. She claimed she was associated with a man that died in the Twin Towers, and like used that to propagate public appearances.
Oh, that's even a little different. That's like just. That's not like it's a little different than faking your own death.
Yeah, but
though, it's like,
Moose saying that would be the perfect time, though. And
Yeah,
I get that. Like, it
yeah.
literally would be like,
Yeah,
if that were to occur and you were like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
You
like,
pick a
that's
general,
it, dude.
like a tsunami, natural disaster, train crashes, something where there's like a mass amount of people that can't immediately be verified. That would probably be the best. You try to set up some kind of thing, you know, maybe if you know they give warnings on like certain weather conditions. Maybe
like a hurricane's coming and you just like
maybe you know.
fly down to Louisiana.
So
and then
you
just,
set
like,
it up
go somewhere else.
Yeah, you set it
Leave
up.
your fucking
You
ID
leave
somewhere.
a literal paper trail to get to you to the natural disaster.
That's genius.
and
and
be like,
then
oh, like write in a diary somewhere. Like I couldn't get out. This is it.
Right.
You send a text to a loved one being like, hey, I'm going to go down to this town. I hear they got good food. And it's the town you know that's going to get wiped out next. And then no one ever hears from you again.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy that you know that much, and I feel like it's really good, but that's terrifying that you figured that out real quick.
You know, are you guys
That
constantly
is great.
setting me up for this? Or am I just
didn't
like
even
a
mean-
mastermind
I didn't even mean
at
to.
these
That was, like,
concepts?
that was actually impressive. I actually didn't. I was gonna just
You like that?
Bruh.
Yeah, like I was literally just gonna look it up and be like, "What would you do?" But now that that you bring it up, like
My palms are sweating, and I'm a little nervous.
I know. I started living it. I'm a little sweaty. I honestly need another beer.
I think you're just incredible at this, honestly.
Hey, give me a call. Shoot in the hotline. Ask me anything. This
Trying to
is,
get away with something, we got your guy, man.
Listen,
Should
I have
make a
no.
segment on fucking
I
Ask
am not
Muoio.
legally obliged to. I'm not responsible for this.
He's not a lawyer.
You take my information and do with it what you want. That is not my
We're not
responsibility.
lawyers. We're not doctors.
I didn't even set you up at the beginning of the episode. You set you up at the beginning of this episode.
I just.
And I just started.
I'm a problem
But
solver.
yeah, usually we set you up.
Give me a
Usually-
problem.
Yeah, usually me and Evan have to brainstorm how we're going to set you up.
Give me a problem.
Take
I'll
some
solve
time.
it. That's all I'm saying.
Do you have an answer? Should we just?
That was so good that I
That was
don't.
really good.
That was so good that
I don't
have
have
an answer.
anything better than
That would be the best way.
Yeah.
Mine was like no, that was the best way. It was the best.
Yeah, like I mean, you said you would do like a convoluted like parachute accident.
Yeah, like
or
a
some
motorist accident or something.
Difficult,
like,
messy,
shit. Yeah.
rip out my teeth and get
There's
veneers
witnesses.
and like
too much.
throw my teeth somewhere. I just imagine they're always like on every crime, so they're like they can't identify the body unless they find like teeth, right? Or like that's like the only. I feel like every. I don't watch a lot of them, obviously, but
What the fuck was that? You're just
I
paying
was,
us.
it was. I'm trying the soundboard, dude. It's fucked up. All right, hey, are you guys ready to play a little game?
Yes.
Yeah, what are we playing?
We are going to every week we have some sort of segment going on or whatnot. This. Oh shit! Hold on, this fucking soundboard. This week we are doing a little thing called hardcore trivia. Fucking cray. God. Fucking cray.
Travel edit that.
That's not what we were going for. Hardcore trivia. Okay.
Hardcore Chernobyl.
I was trying to get.
What?
I was trying to get Metallic on. That was.
Somehow you ended up with that. Yeah. Violin Concerto number 3.
This fucking soundboard's all messed up. So the first one is a true or false question for you guys.
Must be a hard question.
The pictures aren't loading.
Is
for
it
this
true?
question.
Yeah. Is it true that there is one single mega colony of ants that span 3 different continents?
It is hyper specific that I can't.
All of Japan, Europe, and
you're
the
gonna give
western
us
seaboard of United States would be where they would span.
Japan's
If this is true or false.
And it's one colony and it crosses
One colony.
oceans.
Yeah.
I have to say no.
I want it to be true. I'm actually terrified of ants. Did I ever tell you that? I don't like them at all. I think they're going to be like next species to rise up. So I hope this is false, but I'm going to say true because it sounds like just ridiculous.
Too ridiculous,
true.
right?
Yeah.
It is true.
Okay. Yeah, explain. I feel like you're going to answer the questions I had.
Yeah, so they have there's one leader.
They
They originate
one
and then
queen
they
for
they originate and then they make like sub
queens
colonies off of that.
from the same DNA.
Yeah,
of the
but
original.
they've spanned like like I said, they took up like a lot of Europe. They've taken like all of Japan over, and they're making their way over to the United States. One whole fucking colony of ants. Isn't that crazy?
Do you have more information on this? Do you have like
'cause they're
timelines
genetically
where they're
similar? Is
like,
when it stopped? No, I don't. Yeah, they're just like all.
Oh, so they're not like connected. It's just like the ants are like cousins.
they're all from the same colony. Yeah,
okay.
colony or species?
colony.
Okay, so they are from the same. Maybe it was a queen ant in 1940. You're saying,
Yeah.
but it's from that specific colony,
That
and
line.
it boarded a ship,
And it's made its
and
way.
that ship went X, and now there's more queen ants, and X
Yeah.
made its way. Okay,
And now they span.
See,
three
I was thinking
continents.
literally like tunnels were connected.
No.
That's what my original thought
That would
process
be
was.
wild.
I
all
was
right.
like, what? Like they're just like at the Marianas Trench. There's
Yeah,
just
they're like
a-
underneath.
You see an ant carrying like
They would
a sea
easily rule the
sponge,
world if that was
sea
true.
cucumber
Yeah.
over its head. You're like, it can carry 10 times its body weight.
Yeah.
And,
So
breathe
you can
underwater.
breathe underwater
Fucking
for 18
one ant
days.
fact that every human on Earth knows.
All right, number 2 is what do you guys think the longest time in between births of twins are that's been recorded?
Okay.
And I say that because I'm a
hours.
twin, so I just
48 hours. That's what I'm going with a hardcore.
48
I'm
hours.
gonna
I feel
go.
like any longer than that in labor you might die, but I don't
crazy,
really
right?
know about that.
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say
How do you put up with the stress
3.
for that long?
I'm gonna say
toll
4
on
months.
4 months.
Yeah, like she had one baby and the other one just didn't come out, and she didn't go into labor for a long time.
Damn.
Really? Wow.
But it's still a twin,
Yeah.
fraternal. Just
Yeah,
stayed
it
in the
would
womb
be.
longer.
That's a pretty good. The answer is 87 days, which is I think like 2.
It's almost 3 months.
Yeah, like
almost
3
3 months.
But that's a
90 days.
fucking long time, dude. Could you imagine?
That is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
insane.
still
to me.
still
I really
technically
thought 48
twins.
hours.
Yeah.
Can
still
I
technically
say?
twins.
Can I say this? I found this out recently. So apparently,
That was a good
women that are pregnant, I don't want to offend anybody by saying excrete,
No,
but
please.
whatever. There's a pheromone or a hormone that's released that can change the color of porcelain to blue. So the article I read was simply this woman did not know she was pregnant. Actually happened to be from Buffalo, the writer of this article. She's 25. And they preface this because I was shocked. I was like, this made the headline to this didn't make any sense.
Yeah. That's
But
wild.
Yeah.
she
not
writes
making any sense.
she writes it as
I've heard the headline. I don't understand it.
yeah. So she writes that she used to be a big fan of
Porcelain.
the TV show of like I didn't know I was pregnant,
Oh,
right?
okay.
You know,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
TLC. I'm sure you've heard of this or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out to be her life. She went to the bathroom one morning, got up. The white porcelain was visibly blue. She thought it was like, like I'll clean it. So she goes to clean it. It stays blue.
it stained
She
it?
Googles
Oh, it's
it.
like a chemical stain. So it's
She
like,
Googles it, and it turns out that is not an unheard of thing. Some pregnant women, whatever happens in their body, releases a chemical that can turn porcelain
that's
blue,
wild.
if not temporarily, permanently.
That's wild.
I had never heard anything
Dude,
like
women's
that before.
bodies are fucking
Like, what the
crazy.
fuck is
Yeah,
that?
that's insane.
What is that?
dude. Yeah, like
It
that's-
turned porcelain blue? What is that?
What? What the fuck turns porcelain blue?
It's like alchemy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Are they absorbing the white?
I don't know.
They like taking
Where's the
in.
white going?
Where is the white going? They're changing pigmentation. There's a chemical thing happening here.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
I think chemistry can teach us something here.
Can it? Can it? There's just one of those weird phenomenons that we're never going to learn anything more about.
Can I learn?
Will we? No. Personally, we probably won't.
Personally, we're going to move on and never talk about this again. But,
But, yeah.
somebody out there, Google
I
it,
think
call
so.
us, and let us know. Goodfellowspod@gmail.com.
Can I learn one of two things? One, how much longer are we doing this? Because I really want a beer. 2, if it is longer,
Not much longer.
can we allow me to get a beer?
You can go grab a beer for sure. There's only probably about
10 at
what
most.
are we at right now?
All right.
How long are we at?
I don't have a problem.
How long?
We'll hold off.
50?
Guys, get this
Yeah,
man a
about 10
seltzer.
minutes, so yeah.
We'll hold off.
Get this man a seltzer.
I have been drinking IPAs. Fuck you, buddy.
They're your favorite, dude.
I didn't
just
say
looking out for you.
I put context to that. I said my most recent.
Whatever, dude. I'm not judging. Seltzers
Whatever,
are good.
dude.
This is
They're
something
really
I
good.
came across.
So-
The next one, something I came. Oh shit, the seltzer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
No, you're good.
No, it's all right.
This is something I came across that was get the fuck. Go get
Just
a beer.
one
It's gonna
sip.
take 2 seconds. Go get yourself a beer. We don't give a shit.
I hate you guys.
I'm
Finally, we
just
got
gonna
him
preface this question right now while you go get a beer. No, but this next question I found in it was written by somebody from
Thanks, man.
SUNY Fredonia.
Okay, we got a couple friends out that way.
name?
Hung out a little bit.
What,
couple
Fredonia?
times. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. I think it was an English major, and they realized that a sentence that didn't seem grammatically correct was grammatically correct, and I'm going to read that sentence to you right now and get your thoughts on it. The sentence is buffalo, 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 buffalo. Period.
Okay.
All right. So this is like one of those. What was that thing we were taught where it's like a sentence that holds every letter in the alphabet? This is like similar to that, where you can use buffalo as an adjective,
Verb.
a noun, and a verb
Yes.
throughout the whole sentence.
I think you can do it with dog as well.
Really?
Yeah. But buffalo you can because of it being like also a city.
Location?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a buffalo would be a buffalo in Buffalo.
Mhm.
And then buffalo to another buffalo would be acting as though you're a buffalo to a buffalo, right? So the buffalo is acting like a buffalo to another buffalo. That's in Buffalo acting like a buffalo.
Don't you need some like conjugation in
No.
there? Like
Buffalo.
Really?
Yeah.
It sounds wrong.
I know, right? It does.
I don't want to accept that.
Yeah,
Some things
that
in
is
life are hard to
a
accept.
grammatically correct sentence right there.
What was the other one that uses all letters in the alphabet? It's something about a
Well,
fox.
this one doesn't use all letters in the alphabet.
No, I'm just saying, like similar to that. Just like we've all heard this one. It's something
I've
about a
never heard this,
fox
honestly.
running through something, and it uses every letter, all 26 letters.
Is it like a paragraph?
No, it's one sentence.
Oh, does it repeat at all or no?
I mean, it may repeat letters, but
It would be
the
better.
idea is it uses everything. And
The quick brown fox jumps over the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
bingo.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
It has all 26 letters in it.
And it also doesn't repeat.
And
I
it
don't
does
think-
not
oh, wait.
repeat.
The repeats.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
So wait, it does repeat. But all the letters are used.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like things like that. Like little.
Huh.
The buffalo thing is, I'm not gonna lie, still confusing to me. I still can't wrap my head around. I'm gonna accept that.
Do you want? I can go through with you again.
No, no, no.
I learned about it.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't want to go through it, Evan, and I imagine everyone in
think we
human
can all
history does not. I am
do.
to his point. I am curious how we could break that down,
But let's not.
but I don't want to at all. I just
I'm
don't
also
care.
curious
Just believe
about
me that it does.
What
Yes.
hieroglyphic?
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics. Thank you so much.
Hieroglyphics.
I'm interested in what those mean, but I just don't have,
All right.
They give you, but they give you a good idea. I mean, it's literally a picture. You can derive good amount from it.
What do you mean? They have like I had one. I had a little stamp book when I was a kid. That was pretty cool. They gave you like letters with like the hieroglyphics, and you can make your little like spell your name with like eagle, snake,
That's pretty
whatever,
cool.
whatever. Yeah, it was cool.
I built pyramids when I was a kid. I bought like a Nat Geo pyramid building kit. It essentially gave you almost like mixable clay, so you could make each block, and it gave you, imagine like an ice cube tray.
Blocks.
but for the pyramids. Yeah. So you would mix up this bullshit. You'd pour it into the rubber ice cube tray blocks. You'd make a shit ton of them, freeze them, and then you make the whole pyramid. They gave you like a little bit of sand so you could set the scene. It was fun.
What's the?
I liked
what
it.
do you guys say? What would you guys say is like the dumbest child's toy that you've ever seen in your life? I know
like
mine.
Ever?
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Not that we have much experience.
like back from our day or currently?
Or whenever. You know,
whenever.
whenever you see.
Let's. I say this. Let's segregate it to our day.
Our day?
Okay,
I
yeah.
think we should do our
Like,
day. I'm just not familiar
when
with
we've been
current
past 18.
I think that fucking that like gel-filled wobbly thing was always really stupid. So, like,
Gel-filled
it was like a
wobbly thing?
cylinder and it.
Oh
like,
yeah, like the prototype for the pocket pussy.
Yeah,
that they then
the pocket
pivoted.
pussy.
I mean,
Exactly,
it
the
wasn't
pocket
for
pussy.
That, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
exactly like
exactly
those.
the thing just like the pocket
You're
pussy. I
talking
think that-
about like the farting goop where
No,
you'd
no,
like.
no,
it
it's
was
like a
like a-
cylinder that you like ran through your hands, and it was like kind of an infinity machine.
Gel-filled.
For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on this.
It's like a cylinder. and you
Oh
would just,
yeah,
like, run
yeah.
them through your hands, and they would kind of
Yep.
slink around. I mean, it looks. Someone looked at that and was like, "I
can
fuck
fuck
this.
that." Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
And then they put in a flashlight.
Yeah.
What? Because they obviously played with it as a kid.
Uh-huh.
Good plan, man. But
And now they have them in like beer bottles and stuff.
yeah.
I think that's probably way better than what I'm gonna. This is just something
Slinky?
I hated. No, Slinkies are fucking
like
amazing.
Slinkies.
Yeah, they're amazing. It's a lot of fun. I hated Furbies.
Weird.
Like Furbies were such a controlling like item
Yeah, those were bossy
when we
as
were
fuck,
kids,
dude.
and I never got it.
I never
they-
got them either. They were weird,
Yeah,
dude,
they're
and they were
weird.
creepy as shit, dude.
It
They're like
doesn't
little
do
boards.
much. It somehow would maybe pick off of
Dude,
what you said, but it
original
was just like
Furbies
nonsense.
sell for $70 right
That's
now.
crazy.
though.
And I feel like that's a discount.
That's creepy
like-
as shit.
Why do they always have like low like stoner eyes?
Yeah.
Like they're little like I get the hinges didn't work as well.
I
or
fucking
whatever, but
hated Furbies.
They're
dude.
weird, dude. I don't know, man.
What made these
The
come
more
about?
you play with
do you
me,
guys
the
remember?
more I do. I will keep amazing you. Like what the fuck?
Did this
dude?
come
That sounds
after?
like something that someone's trying
That's
to, like-
witchcraft, dude. Are these even real, or did the government just implant cameras into all these just so they could watch our every move?
My question is, what brought about Furbies?
Gremlins.
I was gonna say Gremlins, but Gremlins was an '80s movie.
Yeah,
And this was a '90s toy. would
This
be
was
the-
a late
that
'90s
checks
toy.
out kind of though.
This was a late
That
'90s.
guy
Sure, it
grew
was
up
late.
and
I
was
was
like,
like
let's kinda push
No,
this.
I
10.
mean the original Furby was '98.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Gremlins was like
Sounds like you're-
'88. So you're telling me it took 10 years to come up with a comp to that doesn't even look like I doubt the movie Gremlins wouldn't have been down to copyright a toy that
Yeah, I
everybody
guess.
would buy.
And that would have been way better. Like, obviously.
They would have done that way
less
earlier.
creepy. But
I
I feel like
what
the
was
general
the
design
trend
is
of
kind of like
this?
that.
Dude, there's wild
just saying
Murby,
weird shit.
Furby myths that people have believed in. Like parents used to think that Furbies were teaching their kids swear words. People thought Furbies could launch a space shuttle. What?
People are dumb as rocks.
It's like
honestly.
this Furby's connected to NASA, dude. There's no way.
People
90
thought that
dude,
Furbies would
honestly,
interfere
though,
with
in
flight
98,
equipment.
We were all using dial-up, and no one knew what the fuck was going on at all.
No, it was amazing. All you heard is a little beep.
People
boop,
thought
bop.
Furbies were made of real cat and dog hair. Wow, people are crazy.
Wait, they're
Uh,
not.
no, they're not. We got to wrap this episode up, guys, but we appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, if you got any questions or messages for us, next episode, please call into goodfellowspod@gmail.com. Leave it for us. We'll answer them. Again, I'm Craig.
Evan,
Nick.
We're Goodfellows. We appreciate you guys.
have a good night.
See you later.
Cheers.
At least for a good time.
I love you, my people who listen to all of my songs. You the best.